Hi guys, my name is Gina. I am a classical Pilates instructor at Raven Pilates in Nob Hill, San Francisco. Today we're going to work through a magic circle mat workout. Let's go ahead and have everyone get started at the top of our mats. Go ahead and get started in heels together, toes apart. And for just a moment, you could go ahead and hook the magic circle on your shoulder. Rock the weight forward into the balls of your feet and just notice how the weight distributes into your front space here. Go ahead and rock on your heels and then carefully place your heels back down onto the mat. Don't worry too much about the Pilates of it all for just a moment. Go ahead and rock the weight back into your heels. I'm gonna exaggerate it, whoa. Notice how the weight distributes into your back space here. Now, I want you to try and find a nice even distribution of space, even distribution of weight between your big toe, baby toe, and heel. Go as far as to even scrunch your toes into the mat and feel like you're pulling them back. Go ahead and squeeze the inner thighs together. Take your hand to your low belly and the other hand to your tailbone. Now feel like you're scooping your tailbone under and guiding it towards the mat and pulling that low belly in and up. Bring your hands to the front of your thighs and really tuck your tail under like you're a scared dog. And notice how that really presses your thigh bones forward into your hands. Think about that line that cuts your body in half from left to right. And on your exhale, try and pull all of your muscles towards that center line. Keep that integrity through your center as you go ahead and grab your magic circle. Bring the squishy part of your hands to the squishy part of the circle and have just a nice soft bend in the elbows. Use your hugging muscles and really squeeze the circle. Just take a moment to pause and hold. Notice how that really reinforces what we just set up, how your low belly lifts a little bit more and the tailbone feels like it's going down through the mat. Good. Release the tension from the circles and just start to wake up your center line 10 times. Let's go. Squeeze the circle for 10, 9, 8. With each repetition, feel like your belly is pulling further towards your spine and the crown of your head is sending up towards that ceiling. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms straight forward and then tuck up your elbows nice and narrow by your rib cage. Keep this, and I want you to remember this feeling for the rest of the class because we're gonna revisit this shape a few times. Squeeze the circle and hold. Notice how specifically this really pulls the rib cage back and zips up through your upper belly now. Let's go ahead and prep this feeling. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach the magic circle forward, keep the fingers long. Cross the right foot behind the left. Squeeze through the inner thighs to rise to your heels. Keep the crown of your head on the ceiling as you scoop the tailbone under and slide down an imaginary wall until you can guide your tailbone to the center of the mat with control. Now, roll yourself down and back, just so you're nice and flat on your back. Walk your feet in and place the magic circle in between your inner thighs. Good. Now bring your heels in a little bit closer than you think and magic circle just in the center of your thigh bones here. Now start to draw the inner thighs together and notice how now you have some great feedback. The more you squeeze that circle, the more that low part of your belly connects to the mat. Now fight to keep that connection through your low abdominals as you start to release a circle. Now squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Feel that low belly lift even more. Leave the low belly on the mat as you release. Now let's go for 10. That was 2. This is 3. Each squeeze is an invitation to feel a little bit longer all the way through the crown of the head. Can you feel that elasticity start to travel from your low belly up through the chest, up through the neck, up through the head, all the way through the crown of the head? Let's go for a little rhythm. In, out, out, out. In, out, out, out. In, out, out, out. Keep the energy strong through the inner thighs, 2 more, and 1 more. Good. Now let's go ahead and let's start to wake up our back body just a little bit more. Squeeze through the circle, rise up into a bridge pose. Find a nice long line through your front body. Squeeze the sit bones together and pulse the magic circle in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Feel the apex of your booty cheeks really working hard to keep the hips lifted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep reaching your knees forward as you start to melt down from the chest, upper back, middle back. You keep those hips lifted. Now stamp the low back, anchor the tail, and release the circle. Go ahead and grab the magic circle and place it in between your hands. Heel toe, the feet together. Zip up through the inner thighs, making your 2 legs one. Now let's revisit that same shape with the magic circle. Heel of the hand on the heel of the circle, and then zip up your elbows to your rib cage. Now give that magic circle a nice squeeze and really give the weight of the top half of your torso to the mat. Keep your upper back on the mat as you release the circle. Can you get a little bit heavier through the upper back with each repetition? Go for 10 just like this. Use the circle as a tool to connect to the mat. I always like to remind us in our group classes that in Pilates, we're looking to connect to the equipment, and the mat is the 1A of it all. The magic circle is the 1B here. Your body parts on the mat should be deeply rooted. Keep those heels digging into the mat, your tailbone reaching towards your heels. And most importantly, we're focusing on the top half of the torso here. So actively keep pressing the head, neck, shoulders, upper back, and bra line down into the mat. 2 more. Give it a good squeeze and release, and squeeze and release. Now, as we start to prepare for the 100, return the magic circle in between the inner thighs. You could go back to hip width distance parallel, kind of MacGyver yourself in here. Good. Now go ahead and give that magic circle a nice squeeze and release. Now, hover your knees into a tabletop position, squeeze those heels together. And for those of you that are familiar with like clamshells, which isn't really Pilates, but that's okay, we're gonna go ahead and think of that as you start to squeeze the circle together and release. Now we're just taking that feedback of the heels away, but I want you to still feel deeply rooted for the lower half of your torso and then your low abdominals, and particularly your tailbone. Keep the knees just above the hips, and that'll keep your tail nice and heavy. Go for 2 more. Now on the next one, you squeeze and hold. Slide your fingertips towards the front of the mat as you curl up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Give that magic circle a nice squeeze as you curl up a little higher and start to pump for the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those sit bones squeezing together. Good. Try and bring your inner thighs together a little bit more, squeezing that circle. Every time you squeeze the circle, you hollow that low belly into the mat a little bit more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you squeeze the circle a little bit more? 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, hold. Lower down with control. Remove the magic circle from in between those inner thighs. Stretch your 2 legs out nice and long. Reach the magic circle up towards the ceiling, preparing for the roll up. Bring your head into the window of your arms. Peel yourself off 1 bone at a time and reach the magic circle past your feet. On this first one, I always like to give myself a little stretch because it feels so good. So you could either hook the magic circle behind the arches or just reach your hands, that's totally fine. And then bow your head forward like you're trying to pull the crown of your head towards your knees. Now, as you release the circle, I want you to keep that stretch. How long can you leave the magic circle past your toes as you pull the waistline back off of your thighs and roll yourself down 1 bone at a time? Reach back, reach up, bring your head into the window of your arms and roll yourself up 1 bone at a time. Stretch the magic circle past your toes and roll yourself down. Let's go for 6 of these totals. 4 more here. Up and over you go. Reach the magic circle past your toes. Now on the way back down, I want you to imagine you're putting a bumper sticker on a Bentley and there's no air bubbles. Have the discipline to stay anchored as you reach the arms back. Don't let that rib cage pop up. Reach the arms up. Now using your strength and not your momentum, you peel yourself off like a piece of tape and reach the fingertips past the toes. Keep giving that magic circle away as you scoop the waistline back, roll down. 1 more just like that, up and over. Good. Now let's go ahead and then let's actually place the magic circle in between the ankles, preparing for the roll over. Good. Now roll yourself down onto your back. This is kind of nice because you could just hover the feet over the mat and then keeping that low back nice and connected. Now start to lift the heels up overhead and lift up and over. Tap the balls of your feet to the space behind the mat. Now tuck the toes and really energize the hamstrings up towards the ceiling. Give that magic circle a nice squeeze and lengthen that line that cuts your body in half from left to right, 1 bone at a time. Reach the circle forward, lift the circle up, and peel yourself off 1 bone at a time, reaching the toes back behind you. Tuck the toes, squeeze the circle, and roll yourself down. We have 6 just like this, just the older cousin of the roll up. Heels lift over the hips, up and over, peel yourself off 1 bone at a time, tuck the back toes. Now squeeze the inner thighs to squeeze the circle. Feel that low belly pulling off of your thighs. 1 bone at a time, you roll down, reach up, lift the hips, up and over. Keep those fingertips reaching forward for balance. And your triceps are like a little tripod for balance. Good, reach down, up and over, last one, and stretch. Good. Now this time, go ahead and pause at 90. Grab for the magic circle, heels together for just a moment, flex the feet so as you transition, that left foot lowers down and it's just nice and set up. Now go ahead and place the ball of your right foot in the magic circle and exhale as you pull your straight leg to your face. Really try and reach long through both of your heels, straighten through the back of your kneecap. Exhale as you pull the knee to the nose. Bring your right hand to the handle and your left hand out to an A-frame. The left side stays 1 with the mat as you go ahead and reach your right leg out to the right. Make sure that left hip isn't rolling off. You're staying nice and controlled. Your heel, hips, shoulder blades, head, neck, shoulders, hands, all anchor points. But the most important anchor point being your stomach here. Keep your abs pulling down towards the mat. Stretch long through both of your heels. And then cross the leg over the midline. Left hand to the handle, right hand out to an A-frame. Keep your right hip heavy on the mat and try and use your internal strength to straighten your leg a little bit more, maybe a lot bit more. On your next exhale, you could start to let the hip gently twist off of the mat. Keep your head, neck, shoulders firmly anchored down onto the mat. Keep zipping up that low belly all the way up into your upper back to deepen the twist. You can start to bring your gaze over your right hand and get nice and long in both directions. Inhale as you start to guide the hip back onto the mat. Exhale as you pull your straight leg to your face. 3 times, bend and extend your legs, straightening a little bit more through the back of the kneecap. And I want you to imagine that for a moment, your foot is gonna be a paintbrush when we do our leg circle. So you're really trying to reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Both hands on the handles. Exhale, pull your straight leg to your face a little bit more. Now, firm up through your quad, send the heel away, and start to slide the magic circle off of your foot, leaving your leg where it is in time and space, and lead with the hamstring as you lower your heel down to meet. And my right leg is so much longer than my left leg already. So go ahead and lift that left leg straight up. Place the ball of your foot in the magic circle and exhale as you pull your knee to your nose. Oh my God, already notice the big difference here. Whew. Take a moment here to stretch. Even just having your heel over your heart is super good for your circulation, so there's a lot of benefits to this, even though we're not moving super quickly just yet. Keep pulling your straight leg to your face. Now bring your left hand to the handle, right hand to an A-frame. Keep that right hip heavy on the mat as you stay anchored and open up that left leg out to the left. Keep reaching long through both of your heels. Feel that stretch to the left inner thigh. Get long in all directions here. Now pass the handle through center. Bring your right hand to the handle and your left hand to an A-frame. I'll give you the chance to twist in just a moment, but for now, use your internal architecture to really straighten to the back of that left leg. Good, keep reaching, reaching, reaching. On your next exhale, you can start to let the hip gently twist off of the mat. Keep the head, neck, and shoulders firmly anchored at first. Then, start to look over that left shoulder, get long through the left fingertips and the left heel. Feel that twist. Keep pulling your belly up into your upper back to deepen the twist. Come back through center. Pull the knee to the nose. Good. Now 3 times, bend and extend. With each repetition, try and straighten a little bit more through the back of the kneecap. Good. Say hello to your hamstrings. Good. Now, leave your leg where it is in time and space and slide the magic circle off. Now bend your elbows and we're gonna return back to that magic circle upper back squeeze is what I wanna call it here. Now, give the magic circle a nice squeeze and let that help you anchor through the head, neck, and shoulders, but most importantly, through that upper back. Now, you have the discipline to anchor the low belly down into the mat. Tick-tock your left leg over to the right, circle down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Keep flexing through that right heel and stay nice and controlled on that right side as you paint circles on the ceiling. Hold it at the top. Let's reverse it for 5. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. And down, around, and up. Good. Now point both of the toes. Scissor the legs out. Flex that left heel. Notice how that gives you a little bit more surface space to connect to the hamstring on that left side. Give the circle a nice squeeze and go for those circles. Down, around, and up. We're going left first. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. And down, around, and up. Light as a feather, stiff as a board, reverse. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. And down, around, and up. Flex through the foot. Lower yourself down. Reach the arms straight up. Give yourself a nice, beautiful roll up to transition to rolling like a ball. Before we do our rolling like a ball, let's do another quick prep. So you had the magic circle in between our inner thighs and we were down on our back. Now, effectively, we're just taking the feedback away here. So go ahead and bring the magic circle in between those inner thighs. Give me a little pinch your fingers and bring them just above your little hip bones. Lots of little things. Now give the magic circle a little squeeze and notice how the flesh lifts off of your bones here and lifts you up through the crown of the head. Now I want you to try and fight to keep that lift as you release the circle. Now grow 10 feet taller as you give it a nice little squeeze. Keep the crown of your head on the ceiling as you release. Now let's transfer the hands to the hamstrings and encourage the magic circle to squeeze. And you can now use your arms to help you to lift your upper back a little bit more. Release, release, release. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now we're gonna start to build off of this. Keep the crown of your head on the ceiling as you start to scoop the tailbone under and then just tap your low back down towards the mat. Hold. Now we're not plopping here, we're really avoiding the descend if you can. Curl back on up. Everything, especially when we have this magic circle, the energy is up. So squeeze the magic circle to lift up. And now you're it's like my hand is on your head, and we're just trying to create more space in that low back because the crown of the head is still going up as the low back pulls towards the mat in opposition. Now, can you leave the low back where it is as you bring your chest to the tippy top of that circle? Let's go for 2 more like that. Squeeze and scoop, and scoop, and scoop, and scoop, and squeeze and curl, and curl, and curl. This is very silly. You'll hear me say this like a million times if you take my group classes here, but I always imagine that I have one of those like silly little belts that like at the end of an MMA match, the winner always gets. Pull your entire stomach off of that big belt and guide the imaginary belt down towards the mat. Now leave the belt behind and you have to curl over it, over it, over it. Ooh, good. One more just like that before we proper roll. Scoop, 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 scoop. Now leave your waistline down on the mat as you curl. Good. Now let's just have a nice, clean, fun roll like a ball. Place the magic circle off to the side. Give yourself a little bit of room. The most fun way to decompress your spine. Hover those heels off of the mat. Keep the chin to the chest. You roll back. Bottoms up. It's summertime somewhere. Here in San Francisco, it's gray as heck. Go ahead and roll back. And up. Now feel that lift that we just created from the magic circle, helping you to pause at the top. Roll back. Now feel the imaginary magic circle energy lifting you to balance. 2 more. Roll back and up. Good. Roll back and stop on a dime. Good. Let's go ahead and transition right into our ab series. If you scooted yourself forward, go ahead and scoot yourself back. No equipment here. I find that it's honestly more effective. Good. Bring both of your knees into your chest, and we're gonna flow right through the ab series. Curl up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Right leg in, left leg out. Pull, pull, switch. 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 You're driving your knee into your chest from those low abs, and the arms function to give you a juicy hip flexor stretch. Go ahead and switch, and switch. For 3, and 3, and 2, and 2, and 1, and 1. Both knees in, everything out, double leg stretch. Exhale in, inhale out, exhale in, inhale out, exhale in, inhale out, exhale in. Now big circles, inhale out, circle around, inhale out, circle around, inhale out, circle around. Last one, inhale out and circle around. Right leg up, left leg out, pause. I always like to take a moment here. Now really curl into yourself, find that upper C curve. Now with a straight leg, aren't you glad we did that stretch before? Pull the knee to the nose. Flex and point that right foot for 3, and 2, and 1. Now paint the ceiling as you switch, catch the ankle. Now upper C curve, knee to the nose. Flex and point that left foot for 3, and 2, and 1. Now from where you feel that stretch to the back of the leg, you slice the air in front of you. Pull, pull, switch, slice. Pull, pull, slice. Pull, pull, slice. Pull, pull, slice. Avoid pulsing. Go deeper, deeper. Deeper, deeper. Deeper, deeper. Good. Pull, pull. Pull, pull. Make meaningful change here. Don't just go through the motions. Give yourself a nice anchor through that low belly and switch and stretch. Last one. Last one. Both legs up. Good. Now, heels together, toes apart. Hands behind the hamstrings. Bend the elbows wide to pull the shoulder blades up off the mat, keeping your torso nice and flat. Now right here, there's gonna be no air bubbles underneath your belly button. Hands behind the head. Inhale, reach the heels forward, and exhale, connect to the mat to lift the heels back up. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, curl into yourself to lift. Let's go for 5 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale up. Inhale, reach, and exhale up. Inhale, reach, exhale up. Last one. Inhale, reach, exhale up. Bend the elbows and just rest for just a moment. Excuse me, lower your head down and bend the knees for just a moment. Give yourself a nice hug. I always like to make sure we have all of our faculties before we go into the crisscross so we're not just rolling around like a turtle on the mat. So go ahead and slide your hands behind the head. Inhale as you curl up through the head, neck, and shoulders. Now here, really focus on the work on the upper abs here. There should be no weight in your neck. Crisscross your right elbow to your left knee and extend your right leg long. Now think about that line that cuts our body in half from left to right and smush your elbow to your knee. Now think about that line as you switch and switch and switch. Now smush, switch and smush. That's such a mouthful. Switch and switch and switch and switch. Good, let's go for 3 and 2 and 1 and rest. Now we're gonna do a little bit of bicycles here, but we're gonna do so with the head down and with that magic circle again. So find this nice little tucked up, organized magic circle. So heel of the hand on the circle, the elbows are tucked up by the rib cage like we've been practicing before. Now give it a nice little squeeze. Bend the knees into the chest. Send both of the legs up towards the ceiling. Now start to bicycle the legs forward and really try and get your thigh to touch the tip of the circle with each repetition. And then reach the heels nice and long forward and glide the heels towards your seat with each rotation. Now hold it, go ahead and reverse it. Let's go for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. That was kind of a mess for me on the way back, but that's okay. Now let's go ahead and slide the magic circle behind our head and do it again, and just notice how this changes the exercise a little bit. Now make a little pillow with your hand and bring it to the inside of the circle. Now as you curl up through the head, neck, and shoulders, I want you to push the circle to where the wall meets the ceiling in front of you and get your shoulder blades up off the mat. Reach both of your legs up towards the ceiling. Now with a nice straight leg, reach the right heel forward and slide your heel along the mat as you pull the knee in. And then same thing with the left. Slide the heel in, straighten out that right leg. Now big circles, big circles, big circles. Let's go for 3 and 2 and 1. Now the mat becomes a pool of water. I want you to splash the water up, splash it up. Go below sea level and splash the ceiling for 3 and 3 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. Both knees in and rest. Woo, very nice, good. Now rock yourself on up. Fun little transition for you. Stretch both of your legs straight up towards the ceiling, balls of your feet in that circle, nod the chin to the chest. Now think of like your open leg rocker-ish as you go ahead. Woo, and come on up. Not so graceful on my end. That's okay though. Okay, now I'm tempted to use the wall because I have it right here, but we're gonna go ahead and stay the course and go ahead and use our magic circle. Bring the magic circle in between your heels here. Now avoid just folding from the hips, but try and round from your back. Spine stretch forward, not hip fold forward, right? So go ahead and round the back. That's why I kind of like to place the magic circle in between the heels. Now, imagine my hand is on your low back. Really pull back into it and reinforce that feeling as you round forward and feel that low back activate as you squeeze the circle. Now try and anchor the tail to release a little bit. And you know what I should have said here, guys? Sorry. Feet as wide as the mat. Send the heels away. First things first, I want you guys to give yourself a little booster seat and really pinch your seat like you're trying to hover off the mat. Maintain that, and then let's revisit our spine stretch forward. Round the spine forward. Now, round forward and feel that low back start to lift. Now anchor the tail and stay lifted as you roll up. Do that 2 more times. Feel like you're rounding your spine forward to press down and anchor the tail to come up. Good. And 1 more just like that. Round forward. Feel the low back, feel like it's inflating in all 4 directions. And release. Good. Now this is a little spine stretch forward, but I like to think of it as just taller, 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 taller. Okay, bring a little pillow and bring it onto the squishy part of the circle. Now think of those little hip bones, think of the flesh lifting off of your hips as you press the pedal down, or the circle down. This is definitely a vibe of the spine stretch forward on the Wunda chair. Good. Now here, think of the circle not as a resistance tool for your arms, but rather a tool for helping your spine to grow taller. Feel like there's more space being created between your hips and your shoulder blades, and you're keeping those shoulders down into your upper back. On this next one, just activate the circle just a little bit. Keep that proportion between your shoulders to your upper back as you start to nod the chin to the chest, and then candy cane your spine forward. Feel your abdominal wall lift as you curl into yourself. Now lift through your abdominal wall as you simultaneously anchor through the tail and rebuild the spine. Activate the circle, grow 10 feet tall, and then think of that as extra surface space to round forward as you stretch. Good, grow tall as you rebuild the spine. Take the circle with you. Remember, the circle is moving because your back is moving. Squeeze the circle and round forward. Very nice, okay, good. Okay, now let's go ahead and just ditch the magic circle for one more second. Give yourself, scoot your boot a little bit further forward. Like a little bit of room for open leg rocker. Bend the knees, hover the heels. Good. Now stretch both of your legs forward here and really press your hamstrings into your hands. Start to walk your hands up to the ankles. Now feel like you're pressing your hamstrings through your calves, through your hands. Chin stays to the chest. Inhale to roll back, bottoms up. Now press the hamstrings through your hands and balance at the top. Ooh, good. And again, 6 of these, roll back. And up, lift through the crown of the head. Good, inhale back. And exhale up and pause. Inhale back, nice strong straight legs. And up you go, lift. Repeat, inhale back. And exhale up. One more just like that. Roll back. Ooh, such a nice way to massage the spine. And oh, do as I say, not as I do apparently. Go ahead and squeeze over here. Okay, squeeze those heels together. And I want you guys to think of like your half roll down when we're learning that roll up. Heels are together, 2 legs are like one. Now start to walk your hands down your legs and leave your legs nice and still as you articulate the spine down, and only then do you bring the heels back to meet. Now here, I'd like to go ahead and prep. I think that this is like a fun little exercise here. I like this. Some people hate this, but I love this. Okay, heels together, toes apart, and then 10 times just go ahead and squeeze. Actually, just do 5, 4. Squeeze that circle from the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Now squeeze it again and notice how this like really sets up your stomach and anchors your hips. Now you are to keep that as you lower the heels down. Good, and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Lower down to what was halfway. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower down 1/4. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now you fight to keep that low back down on the mat. Squeeze your tushy. Hover the magic circle over the mat. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now anchor the low back. Lift 1/4. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Halfway up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Remember when I said 5 at the beginning? Sorry guys. Squeeze, 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 and lift up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bend the knees, give yourself a little rest. I know that that could be a lot for some people here. Give yourself a breath. Hands behind the hamstrings, and then straighten those legs back up. Now we're gonna go for our tick-tock here, just intermediate. If you wanna go and lift your hips, that's totally fine. For everyone else, to the left, down, around, and up. Right, down, around, and up. Left, connect the dots, keep them clean. Back stays down the entire time. Good. One more in each direction. Down, around, and up. And down, around, and up. Bend the knees into the chest. Good. Good. I like this transition, so we do. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling, balls of your feet in the circle, nod the chin to the chest, and maybe with a little bit more control. I said maybe. Go ahead and flip over onto your stomach. Good. And boop, boop, boop. Okay, let's flip over. Okay. Let's flip over onto our stomach for a little swan and neck roll. Ooh, time flies when you're having fun here. Okay, sounds good. All right. Place the magic circle in between your forearms. Let's try that again. I'm gonna have to edit this. Okay, so before we do our swan, let's do a little bit of an extension to kind of like prep us now that we're face down. So go ahead and make a little pillow with your hands. Bring your forehead to the pillow. Now smush your hips and smush your forehead down into the mat. And feel like you're smushing your pillow, that is your hands, into your head as you start to lift up and find a little bit of extension through your upper back. Good, and then lower yourself down. 2 more like that. Press the entire tops of your legs down as you inhale up through the chest and exhale down. Inhale up and just hold it, hold it, hold it, and release, release, release. Good. Now keep your head smushing down into the pillow. Squeeze your heels together like you're making a little mermaid fin. And then press into your hips to lift the back of the legs up and hold. Hold, hold, and release, release, release. Now lift, 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 and release, release, release. Lift, 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 and release, release, release. Now, this time, those muscles that we just activated right where the hamstrings meet the glutes, squeeze them together and use them for reinforcement to keep the tops of the legs down onto the mat. Now go ahead and walk your hands in just in front of your shoulder blades and feel like you're sliding your elbows back and pulling your heart forward. Keep pressing into your hands as you open up through the chest and find your neck roll. Hover the powerhouse up a little bit more. Hug the shoulder blades together so we're more of a swan and less of a dolphin. Look to the right, scrape the chin to the chest. Look left, look center, look left, scrape the chin to the chest. Look right, look center. Now lift the hammies for your swan dive. Rock back and up. Rock back and up. Keep those elbows narrow and up. 2 more. Down and up and down and up. Press yourself into a child's pose and stretch. For time's sake, we're gonna go ahead and skip the double and the single and double leg kick. Let's flip right back on over for a little bit of neck roll. Okay, now go ahead and flex through the feet, send the heels away. Good, and give the magic circle away. Rip it apart from the outer thighs as you start to lower yourself down. Hands behind the hamstrings. Now this one's a little bit rhythmic. Nice and quick on the way up. Inhale up, exhale strong, down, stretch it down, stretch it down. Inhale up, now it's slow. Hinge back, explore the range where you could keep your back nice and flat. Then start to scoop the tailbone under as you roll back, roll back, roll back. Now strong, inhale up, exhale down, exhale down, exhale down, inhale up. Hinge back. Now roll, 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 roll. Inhale up, exhale down, exhale down, exhale down, inhale up. Now keep the crown of your head on the ceiling, keep lifting up. Use your hands to keep your back lifted, and when you can't anymore, you reach the heels forward and you scoop the tail under and lengthen back. 2 more. Inhale up, exhale stretch, exhale stretch, exhale stretch, inhale up. Now keep the crown of your head lifted, keep using your hands to stand tall. Now traction your neck. Next is pressing into your hands as you lengthen the heels one way and your spine the other. 1 more. Inhale up, exhale down, exhale down, exhale down. Inhale up, and lengthen, 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 round, round, round. Very nice, good. Go ahead and transition on the way up. Inhale up. Now go ahead and grab the magic circle, place it at the opposite side of the mat. Flip over onto your stomach. We'll do a little bit of leg pull briefly. Heels together, toes apart. Find a little piece of pizza in between those heels and rock back and forth for 3, and 2, and 1. Now roll the weight onto that left hand and come into a quick side plank. Reach the right arm straight up. Just be here for a moment. We don't get to work the arms very much in the intermediate series. Good. Just in general, it's kind of nice to have the weight here. Just work the arms. Now look up at that right hand. Now find a little bit of rotation through the ribs. Inner thighs stay squeezing together to keep the hips square. And then just follow the gaze of your fingertips and open up here. Just 3 times. I really like this. I just think this feels really good. Good. Now go ahead and reach that right arm up and then guide your left hip down towards the mat. And be nice and long on the left side of your mat for just a moment before you bring both of your heels to the front for side kicks. Now take that magic circle and tuck it up really tight towards your elbow. You should feel like that magic circle is just in front of your heart and your elbow is lined up with the seam of your shirt here. Okay, now lift that top leg up, squeeze the circle and notice how that really pulls your front body into your back body and zips you up through the rib cage. Let's go for 5 just like this here. Kick forward and back. Good. Give that circle a nice squeeze on the way forward and an even bigger squeeze on the way back to stabilize your torso. Forward and back, and forward and back, and forward and back. Heels together. Now keep that external rotation and kick it up. Ooh, hips so tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I like to do this with my head down and with the circle because I can get those big circles. So big circles, kick forward, connect the dots, up and back. Kick forward, up and back. Kick forward, up and back. Heels together and reverse. Back, up and forward. Back, up and forward. Good. I really encourage, I hope that you guys are all keeping your head down for this because the point of this is not necessarily to challenge the weight or the balance of the upper half. This is to help you deeper connect to your stomach. So go ahead and just trust the work and keep your head down here. Down, around, and up. Good. Now squeeze that circle, think guts to spine, and lengthen that top heel a little bit further. That may have created a little bit more of a mouse house underneath that left hip. Now go ahead in small little circles. Feel the work from the outer glute and the control from the inner thigh. Strike a match for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this one is so great for bicycles here. Kick it forward, bend your heel to your seat. Now squeeze that circle as you reach the thigh behind you. Feel the opening through the front of your hip. Reach the heel long, kick forward, bend, reach back, stretch, and out. Good. One more in this direction. Keep reaching your thigh bone back, 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 and reach, reach, reach. Kick forward. Good. And reverse it. Now, find that extension. Bend the knee to the nose, and stretch. Good. Beautiful. Good. 2 more here. Find that full range of motion. Sweep the heel back behind you. Leave the thigh where it is. Bend the heel to the seat. Fold the knee to the nose. Straighten the leg out. And that's plenty. Bring the magic circle to the front of the mat. Lift both of your heels up. Flip over onto your stomach, keeping the legs lifted. Transitional beats. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Tuck the toes. Bring your hands just underneath the shoulder blades. Now think of how narrow we've been with that magic circle the entire time. Try and find that sensation here. You're already hovering the rib cage and your abs off of the mat. And in one big plank, you push yourself up and then rock the weight onto the right hand. You guys go ahead and stay here. I'm gonna flip over so I can see you guys. So we're in a side plank. We're in a side plank. We're in a side plank. I feel a little crooked. There it is. Okay, hold it. Good, and then just kind of enjoy the work here. Bring your gaze to your left hand and then thread the needle into the window 3 times and just open up through the chest. Feel a little bit of rotation through the ribs. Good. And up, and then guide your right hip down towards the mat. Lower your head down. Bring both of your heels forward. Magic circle. Tuck up the left elbow up by the rib cage. Good. Give it a nice little squeeze. Feel that guts to spine sensation. Now kick forward and back for 5. Ooh. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Heels together. Squeeze the circle. Hollow out the belly a little bit more. And then kick it up for 5. And 4. And 3. And 2, and 1. Good. Now lengthen that top leg a little bit more, and then big circles for 3. Kick forward, up, and back. Kick forward, up, and back. Hips so tight today. That's why we're here. And then go ahead and reverse it. Reach back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Back, up and forward. Gorgeous. Then when heels come together, you squeeze that circle a little bit more and sharp, sharp, quick. Strike a match for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Oh, bicycles. I knew I was forgetting something. You guys probably just saw like the life leave my eyes for a second because I was searching in the back. Good. Squeeze that circle, kick forward. Bend the heel to the seat. Keep the heel to the seat as you reach the knee behind you. Feel that stretch to the top of your thigh. Now fight to keep it there as you straighten through the leg and reach a little longer. Kick forward, repeat that 2 more times. Try not to bleed the exercise here, guys, because when you do that, it's really meaningless. But when you actually find that control, you can get a really good stretch and get some nice work done in the hammies. One more like that. Good. Have the discipline to be controlled here. And stretch. Good. And reverse it. Sweep that straight leg back. Now find that nice long leg. Leave the thigh bone where it is as you pull the heel to the seat. Bend the knee to the nose. Straighten that leg out and repeat. Good. One more just like that. I feel like my arm just turned into a chicken wing. Gotta get that guy back in there. Good. Now, beautiful. Go ahead and place the magic circle off to the side. And then let's have you actually flip over onto your back. I'm facing the opposite side of the mat now. Totally fine. And we'll go for a little bit of a teaser prep here. So go ahead and bend your knees. Send your right leg away. The kneecaps stay together. Okay, there's a better way to explain that. Bend the knees together. The knees stay like one. Straighten your right leg on that same diagonal as your thigh. Think of your half roll down. And then just start to scoop the tailbone under and massage your low back down towards the mat. And then roll yourself back on up. Do that 2 more times. Keep your hands firmly anchored on the back of your hamstring so they function as a strap. So as you nod the chin to the chest, you can really focus on pulling your belly down towards the mat. Just 2 of these is plenty. Go ahead and straighten out that left leg nice and long. Roll yourself down and back. Now squeeze through the inner thighs. Keep reaching that left leg long as you curl your chest to your knees. And repeat. Just think of this as a little bit of a add-on for your half roll down. And up. Good. Now I think today what I would rather do is focus on breaking up the bottom half and the top half. So find a nice L shape with your body. Heels go away, squeeze to the circle. Feel how that pulls your muscles through your abdominal wall back. Now reach the magic circle straight up so you're framing your biceps with your ears. Squeeze the circle as you roll yourself down. Keep giving the magic circle to the ceiling. And as you roll down, the wrist creases are stacked just over the shoulders. Now give it a nice squeeze, bring the chin to the chest. Now reach the magic circle up towards the ceiling and sit tall. Now squeeze the circle, keep reaching it as you roll down. Good, 2 more just like that. Nod the chin to the chest, squeeze it and push it up. Good, and again. Good, and push it up. Good, reach the magic circle forward, scoop down just to the sit bones, tailbone. Lift your legs straight up, tap the circle. Now 3 times, tap the heels, tap the circle. Tap the mat, tap the circle. Tap the mat, tap the circle. Bend the knees, place it aside. Open up the knees nice and wide, heels together, toes apart for our seal. So go ahead and bring your hands to either side, the pinky edge side of your foot. Make sure that you're really grabbing the outside of your feet here, not just the ankles. Smush your elbows into your thighs. And now open up the hips by opening up the legs. And then bring the heels together. It's not all the way from the base of your hip sockets. You open and close, like you're opening up a book and close. Good. Let's go. Clap, clap, clap. Roll like a ball back. Just balance on the shoulder blades. And then lift the waistline up to balance at the top. And repeat. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Roll up. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. And roll up. Lift the upper back. 2 more. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. And up. On this last one, we're all gonna come to standing. Clap, clap, clap. Roll back. Roll up. Release. And stand. And you guys are all done for the day. Thank you guys so much for doing this magic circle workout with me. If you are itching for more, keep following along. And I'd love to have you guys here for an in-person class at Raven Pilates. Go ahead and make sure to check out my website and check out my Instagram for all of the details for those most recent updates. And I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much.